So I would say, look, right now he's probably the fifth most important Democrat in the country, right? I mean, Pelosi and Schumer are much more important in terms of the stimulus and getting things through the Congress. And then in terms of actually, fighting the enemy, you've got Cuomo and Newsom, who are on the front lines. And so shouldn't Biden just hold back as long as he can and just let everything play out and then jump in when he can get outside of his basement? I mean, Peter, isn't the right thing to just lay low for now?
Well, I mean, there's the problem is that there's such a buildup of frustration on the part of Democrats who have felt as though there has not been any kind of effective counterbalance to Trump and to Trump's venal presidency. So I think what I fear is that he's going to lie low, and then we're going to wake up like Mike Dukakis, and he's going to be 10 points down, 15 points down, and never be able to close it. Because and remember, there was a very interesting article in the New Yorker this week about hidden Trump votes in Greenwich, Connecticut. And for those of your viewers, Greenwich, Connecticut is the wealthiest part of the United States, and it was a bastion of Bush support going back to the turn of the century. His grandfather, Prescott Bush, was a senator from Connecticut. And the point of the article was that Bush has enormous hidden strength among a wealthy class of Republicans who have done very well by him. And they put aside all of his pedestrian, venal stupidity and say, I'm making money, and that's what counts.
And so does this, if this is a referendum on Trump, this election, where do you think it comes out today? Do you think Biden's in a good position right now, or do you think Trump is got the path to get reelected? And if he does, what should Biden be doing? Thurgood?
Well, I think Vice President Biden's in a very good position today on those issues. If he can then wrest control of some communications resources and gain the attention he needs to do that. But we've got a number of months here where the president will have a chance to reshape the story on what's going on now, number one. Number two, a lot of other things could well happen between now and then that could allow him to have a whole new opportunity to put this episode, believe it or not, behind him. He's very effective at doing that.
Yeah, I mean, what Thurgood said is correct. He's reshaping the narrative as we speak. All of a sudden, he was not asleep at the switch in January. He knew all about it and was warning us about it. And he took courageous, unprecedented acts to forestall it. And that's a narrative that he's promoting that is absolutely at odds with the facts. And he will continue to do that. And by the time we get to August, his handling of the first 2 or 3 months of this tragedy he will claim it was beyond reproach, and that this is all a conspiracy to demean him, and it was worse than the attacks on Lincoln, as he said last night in an outrageous performance.
And what does Biden do between now and August to prevent that from happening? Or what do the Democrats do as a whole to prevent that from happening?
I think they have to pick up the attack. And I just don't think they have done that. People still, Democrats, whether they're senators, whether they're even former candidates, really pull their punches. The only one that doesn't is Warren, really. But everyone else says he has a problem with the facts. He doesn't have a problem with the facts. He's a liar. He lies about little things, like how tall his buildings are, and he lies about big things. And he has to be held accountable by someone.